we're back with part 5. You'll remember in part 4 that we spent a lot of time talking to people. And part 5 promises to be much of the same.
Yay!
Yeah, fantastic. Alright, let's get going.
Alright.
So, now that we've talked to Yvette, we're going to move on to Ramses Najir. He is the accountant.
Yeah, and we've heard his name mentioned a few times by Ziggy.
I do not know Mr.
and
Agostini. I was a very quiet
Ziggy told
man,
us that he
and I do
tells
not know
riddles to
very
him?
many famous
Yeah, apparently that's going to become relevant somewhere later in the game.
Presumably.
Possibly.
Yeah.
It's tough to say.
1,000 curses on that man.
Oh.
He defiled the tombs of my
Well, it is
ancestors
talking about
for
Carter.
his own personal glory.
Who is
He
kind
doesn't
of
care a fig for
terrible
what's right and
douchebag.
what's
Yeah.
wrong. His own evil deeds will catch up with him, though. Just wait and see.
Oh.
It is interesting that they are kind of bringing up that sentiment, because it is one that people do kind of think about and regarding
I
the
have
ancient
heard a
Egyptian
great deal about
antiquities.
Mr. Carrington,
Just because
but I do not
of,
know him very
all
well.
the British
We have
dudes
only
coming in
spoken
and
once or twice,
taking
Yeah.
them, and
but he seems like a
Yeah,
cultured,
basically,
charming
just-
fellow.
Yeah.
the question of who owns these antiquities, and
Well, according to the British, at least back in the 1910s, they owned everything.
well,
To be
British
perfectly
owned
honest,
the world
I do
at
not
that point,
care for
basically.
Mr. O'Reilly. I do not think he sees the beauty in ancient Egypt. He is somewhat blunt in his approach to others as
Do you think
well.
Laura is jealous
I
that this
suppose
man
that
has
is just
far
part of his
prettier
job,
lips than her
however.
own?
I would be.
In like
In fact, I think I am.
shape and color.
I know, right? That man exfoliates.
Hmm.
Crodfallers? No.
Oh, wow, that joke
I
never
try
gets
to
old.
restrict my intake of
Are you ready
sugar.
to hear it about
It has a
23 more
bad
times?
effect
Oh,
on me.
good.
Yeah.
It's funny the first 5, but now that we're on to like number 6, 7, 8, I am kind of getting tired of the Crodfaller is a funny
afraid I
name
do not
joke.
know the
Oh, so
gentleman.
good.
I lead a rather solitary life. Just me and my little family.
But you don't do your laundry?
His family?
Well, we asked him about low fat, so he was just saying that I don't know this person.
Oh, okay.
We have already
Yeah.
Ah.
I have the memory of a goldfish.
I do like that they kind of do that, though.
John.
Well, yeah,
Bonaparte.
because otherwise you just end up
I have
having
never had
conversation
either
upon
of
conversation and never getting out of
I have
it.
never
And
been to New Orleans.
wait, that's
Lucy.
what you do anyways.
That much
Waka
humidity
waka.
does not agree with me.
I do like how we keep pestering people about her dad.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we don't have to,
I
but
do not
it's funny
know
to me to
Ziggy
see if
very
anybody
well.
knows him.
But he makes me uneasy.
Yeah.
His eyes remind me of a jackal's. I met him briefly. at the
Jackal
party,
specifically because I'm
then
Egyptian.
avoided him the rest of the time.
I can't help but agree with you that Ziggy is a creeper.
Yeah.
Dr.
Ramsey
Miklos
seems
is a
on the up and
brilliant
up.
individual, but he is certainly a little strange. Ah well, we all have our foibles, don't we, Miss Bow?
No, I'm pretty perfect in every way.
I don't have any flaws.
Miss Yvette is a charming young lady,
Oh.
and so friendly.
Understatement of the year.
Egypt.
No, just to assure everyone, all
We
this
had a
chit
long
chat seems kind of boring and pointless,
about
and
tombs
you know what?
One time.
Some of it is, but some of it actually does come to fruition
Oh, okay.
in kind of interesting ways.
Mhm.
It's like watching a soap opera in a museum.
I find Mr.
And also
Heimlich
someone
to
got
be
murdered.
most intimidating.
Someone
He
got
seems
murdered?
To enjoy
Oh, right,
lording
the dude at the
over
beginning.
people.
Yeah,
Who-
I guess we technically don't know about that yet, though.
Yeah. Tell me about
Yourself.
All I am Ramses Najir, Miss Bow. I am an accountant and a proud father of 2.5.
But could you-
children?
Yeah, what happened?
Two
Was
and a
there an
half.
accident?
2.5 dogs?
Mr. Dorian is a very
Tell me
healthy
about
looking
my
young man.
dream man.
His mother must have eaten well.
Oh, I'm gonna use that next time. Oh, you're looking very healthy today. Did your mother eat well?
Hey, baby.
The Countess
Hey,
is quite
baby,
a
did your
colorful
mom
lady.
eat well?
He seems to enjoy life to the fullest, does he not? Just between you and
Can
me,
we ask him about
he
his
scares
hair?
me a little.
It's
What is
Pretty
that,
great.
Mr. Najir?
Yeah, it's probably gel.
Well, she's just too enthusiastic
Maybe he's born with it.
for me, I
Maybe it's a
suppose.
shit ton of gel. wait a second. We already asked about all those people. I sure am good at this
I enjoy
game.
the Tribune very much, Miss Bow. I read the financial page every morning.
Holy
with my
shit,
wife.
somebody actually reads our paper and didn't rag on it for once.
My god. Laura must be doing a little jig.
Laura Bow's heart grew 3 sizes that
The
day.
police are useless.
Oh.
It is not the police who will uncover the thief of the dagger.
No.
It will be his
that's
own
Laura
evil
Bow.
deeds turned back on him like
name's
an
in the
angry
title.
cobra.
So nobody has very high hopes for the coppers doing anything.
No. I mean, I guess to be fair to them, Mr. Ryan O'Reilly
I personally do
is
not
constantly
eat that
drunk.
laundry, Miss
If they
Bow.
just bribed
I go to
him
meet
with
Gibson laundry on 44th
sandwiches,
Street.
then more shit would
They
get
are
done.
wonderful
Yeah,
with
probably.
linen.
No, wait, that was the guy at the front desk.
Alright.
Yeah, you can only bribe him with sandwiches.
There's so many just generically Irish, Scottish police officers I can't tell them
dear.
apart.
Ryan
That's a
O'Reilly
very
is
rough
just of a
places,
higher
Miss
caliber.
Bow.
He
Huh?
will not be
Stay away
bribed
from
with
them.
mere sandwiches.
I
Well,
would
we don't know
suggest
that.
you do
Oh,
the
yes, that's
same.
true.
Attractive young ladies like yourself are the favorite
Whoa, are you
prey
hitting
of
on
the
me, dude?
jackals who prowl there at night.
Alrighty. By jackals, do you mean strange women who
lion
hang out in the
jacket is a
bathroom?
beautiful museum, Miss Bow, but I
Well, to
do
be
not
fair, we were
approve
talking
of
about the docks,
spoiling of
but
my
I mean, I would not
ancestors'
put it past that
tomb.
lady to
Oh.
also
Let's
hang
not
out on the
avoid
dock.
the display
Yeah.
of their bodies and their personal effects.
She just kind of lounges on a pier.
I want to try her accent, but I do not have confidence in myself to be able to do it.
Do you like the city of New York, Mr.
I sure
Najee?
do.
Well, it is a very lucrative place for an accountant to set up shop, but the city itself is rather large and frightening.
I'd say that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. I kind of like Ramses.
Yeah, he's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know, Miss Bow. I am a
It's
family
kind of
man,
nice
and I
with
do
the
not
other
fit
cast
with
of
scandalous
creepy
places.
asshole and
Every.
Skanky.
Yes.
We
Look.
just have.
Lord Bow and the Seven Dwarves.
Mr.
Oh, that almost
Najee,
made me fall off my
would
chair.
you say that 1926
But yeah, like,
has been a good
Everybody's
year for
just
you?
kind of been an asshole
Well,
so
yes,
far,
I
or
would
just
have to
really
say
unhelpful, so.
Business
He's
in
kind of
America
just
is
He's
nice.
nice.
Yeah,
Many
she's
people
kind of
need an
pleasant.
accountant.
Yeah.
I have not wanted for work, and my beloved wife Isis is soon to
Of course, her
deliver
name
our
is
third
Isis.
child.
Ramses the
I suppose
nicest.
I am
Yeah.
as happy as a man should be.
Congratulations on the upcoming blessed event,
Well, they
Mr.
didn't have Google
Najee.
back then, so they
What are
couldn't
your
just Google
other
Egyptian
children's
names.
That's true.
So
Well, there's Horus and Amon, and the new baby shall be named Anubis, after the wise and just.
there's a limit,
Lord
though.
Oh, how lovely.
Ah, come on,
But what
Laura.
if the child is a girl?
The name shall be Anubis either way. It is a wonderful name for either a boy or a girl.
Why, yes, I'm Egyptian, can you tell?
Open your mind, Laura.
Mr. Najee.
I'm
Would
Canadian,
you
so
have
my
any idea
children will
who
be
might have
named
stolen
Hockey
the
Puck
Dagger of
and
Amon
Poutine.
And then
no,
Little Beaver
but
Tail.
whoever did to be boiled alive.
Whether it's a boy or a girl.
And then the twins
Crocodile.
double.
His gut should be sprung from the pyramids. He should.
Good old Uncle
Oh.
Tukey.
Excuse me. I get a little passionate on the subject.
Man, we
Quite
got the
all right,
best
Mr.
stereotypes.
Najee.
Yeah.
I understand.
Come on, Laura. We're almost done with Ramses.
Are you an Egyptologist, Mr.
No,
Najee?
Laura.
No,
You
not
don't
professional.
listen.
I have always been interested in the history
Ah.
of my country.
In Laura Bowe's
Maybe
world,
I'll
everyone has
study
the
it.
potential to be an
I am
Egyptologist.
particularly
Hello, my
interested
name's
in
Ramses,
ancient
and
Egyptian
I'm an
religions.
accountant. Do you know a Ramses Najir? Yeah, that's me. Oh my! Do you know anything about Egyptology?
No, they don't.
No. Who's that? Oh, wait,
This
we're
is
talking-
Carrington. We're talking to
Oh.
someone else now.
Oh
Pay
god.
attention. Stop writing
I
your
got-
fanfic.
I got confused. I thought he just butted into our conversation with Ramses.
No, this is the museum director,
Yeah.
Mr. Archibald Carrington III.
Alright.
Well, that's me, young lady. Dr. Archibald.
He's kind of a
Carrington
jolly
III.
old man.
Yeah.
Splendid, splendid.
Oh, he's a good enough chap for a law enforcement.
He's the
peon.
only one who seems okay with Mr. Riley so far. Everyone else seems to be expressing some skepticism.
Yeah.
To me, this indicates that
I'm
our
not
dear
acquainted
museum
with the
director
chap.
might be a touch, naive.
Yeah. Yeah, possibly a little out of touch.
Just a little bit.
I've never even seen the chap.
He gives nice, short answers, so I quite like him.
I've never met your father, Miss Bow.
What,
but I've
what
a
a
deep
weird
respect for the
question to
meaning to
ask.
uphold
Yeah,
the law.
again, I don't know why we're
Laura's
wanting...
just a strange bird.
Like, it only really made sense for, like, the newspaper people and possibly the police guys to kind of ask about her dad.
Yeah.
Miss Bow, I find it vaguely offensive that you would even think that I know anyone named Ziggy.
He's literally standing 5 feet from you.
Dr. Miklas is one of the museum's most respected curators.
We will be meeting her shortly,
Yeah.
if everybody's been kind of waiting in anticipation. It's
Yeah.
coming.
I really haven't had much interaction
Ah.
with her. Well, of course, she is my assistant. So I guess I should correct myself and say that I do have...
Why don't you just yell, I'm banging her!
I did
But I
have
don't know
inter...
her very well,
Oh my
really.
god! You slide dog! I did bone her. I mean, did...
Certainly not on the desk over there.
No, what am I saying?
He's a real pet.
You're the
Genuine
worst.
go-getter, that
He would
fellow.
crack if
does a
anybody
jolly good
leaned
job of
on him
guarding
in
the
some sort of
museum. Jolly good.
interrogation.
Well, I mean, Laura Bow is just astonishingly good at this, laying on the pressure.
Have you ever heard of John Bow? I didn't kill anyone!
Now, there's
I
an
didn't do
intense
it!
personality.
Oh,
He doesn't look
man.
it, but there's something seething
What
below
can
the
you
surface.
tell me about
frightfully sure of
Egyptology?
it.
I'll kill
In
you!
any case,
I'll
the
kill
fellow is
you!
a fine accountant.
Gotta keep checking out Steve.
A stevedore? I'm afraid I don't discourse with proletarian ruffians of that stripe.
You're a snot, sir. Also, Steve's super dreamy, so you should reconsider your position on things.
Yeah. No, we don't want anyone to know Steve.
Now there's a
Oh,
lady
yeah.
who
Steve is
really
for
supports
Laura
the arts.
only.
A real
Only
patron of the
Laura.
whole girl.
I'll kill you.
I'll kill you if you ever try to lay a hand on my man.
I'm just gonna let Shaw handle all the Laura Bow
Miss Bow,
impressions.
I find it
She's
extremely
clearly
depressing.
channeling her.
It's my worst superpower. Mediocre impersonations.
Oh, those
It's alright, I
do
can't
their
even
best,
make
I
mediocre.
suppose.
I can make cringeworthy. Let's ask if he
Good
goes to the
heavens,
laundry.
Miss Bow, my houseman does my laundry. I never go to public establishments when I can possibly avoid it.
Oh, uncouth.
I just take money out of my wallet and rub it on my clothes and they get clean that way.
I've only been there once, but I found the docks to be full of pugilistic ruffians and parasite-infested rodentia.
But how do you really feel?
Oh, life is hard when you're rich and you have such high standards.
And you run a
The
museum?
Lion Decker is simply fantastic, Miss Bow. This is the opportunity of a lifetime.
If only people would stop stealing things from it.
Do you like New York, Dr. Carrington?
To be frightfully honest, at first I found it to be a bit rough around the edges. But now I'm beginning to see its somewhat primitive charm.
Oh, those Brits.
Everyone's a caveman compared to me.
Miss Bow, I wouldn't be caught dead in one of those nocturnal dens of iniquity.
The other day I saw a homeless man and my glasses just popped right off of my face. I couldn't believe the
Have
audacity.
you found 1926 to be a good year for you, Dr. Carrington?
Yes, I would, Miss Bow.
I think what I love
Frightfully
about
good.
Laura is she's just
And
so
what is that,
incredibly
It's not often that one
genuine
gets the
about
opportunity
wanting
head
to
up the
know.
most respected museum in
What do you
America,
think
Miss Bow.
about New York?
I like to think that Laura Bow is really socially awkward, and so these are just talking points that she's written in her
What
book.
do you make of the
And she
theft
just
of the
runs
dagger,
through
Dr.
them.
Carrington?
Yeah.
It's simply beastly. What is the world coming to when crepuscular ruffians can invade a
I
museum
use a
like
lot of
Visigoth?
words.
The poor
Do
Sierra
you have
dude
any
who had to
idea
write
who
this
could have
script,
done such a thing?
pulling out his
Not
dusty
at
old
all.
thesaurus,
But if I did,
picking
I'd be
out some
tempted to
sweet
teach the
words
brute
for
a lesson.
Archibald.
What are you talking about? You don't use those words in everyday conversation?
I
You don't just
Egyptology.
I don't even remember
It's all
half the
quite
words he
fashion now, Miss
said.
Bow, but it's been a serious science for many years. I can recommend a number of fine books if you're interested.
Thank you.
Ah,
That was actually the politest response we've had on the
the
subject.
politest response to the stupidest question we could have asked.
Exactly.
Well, I guess I'll just go home and just write about everything I learned, which was a whole lot of nothing.
You are terrible.
Oh God, this.
You see a short, elderly woman dressed flamboyantly.
Oh.
And you suspect
Can you guess who
expensive
this
and
is?
sporting a grotesque amount of makeup.
For a minute,
In fact, when
I
she
assume,
speaks, you notice small
I assume
flecks
that
of
the
her
brown
waistcoat
is like a fur
chipping off
trim
on
on her,
jowls and
but
tumbling onto
for a
her
minute I
fur
thought she
collar.
had the biggest, curliest hair ever.
It's a fanatically happy partygoer. It's a fanatic.
I was trying to see if anyone else here was worth talking to, but nope, just this woman.
Is that dude just pinching that guy's nipple? What's he doing?
Well, that's perfectly polite.
He's smiling. So I guess
Hey,
they're
social norms were a lot different in the 1920s.
yeah, just friendly
I
honks.
haven't had the pleasure of meeting
Ah.
him, but he sounds simply charming.
Can you guess who this
I
is?
imagine a man who runs a newspaper must be quite wealthy, hmm?
Is this the Countess?
This is the Countess?
Oh, hello.
Waldorf Colton. That's a mouthful.
I
Ah,
can't.
truly a man of great ambition and integrity.
I don't know why, but I find her portrait a little appealing. Maybe because it's a 3/4 view,
You ask yourself,
so it's a little more interesting than the just straight-on face view.
Dr.
And I think her
Harrington,
design's
I-
actually quite nice.
What about
She's
him?
got that
I know very little
kind of
about
wide,
the man.
friendly mouth, and
Mhm.
now that's odd. I could have sworn Mr. Dorian said that you met Dr. Carrington in a taxi when he arrived on the
Ooh.
Andrea Doria.
that's right, bitch. You was
Yes, well, what
lying.
if I did? I mean, yes, I did meet him that night. Our families are, old allies from the time of the War of the Roses. I felt obliged to meet him upon his arrival. Noblesse oblige, you understand.
I didn't blow him in the back of the limousine. What are you talking about?
Well, to tell you the truth, dear girl, I find him to be a crude, uncultured ruffian.
So, O'Reilly not popular
No.
among the people here, except for Carrington.
Whose bed did he crap in?
Oh, I do
Makes so
enjoy
many
little
enemies.
cuddles with my tea.
I don't know if you caught that joke on Crowdfather's name.
I'm sure I've never met him, Miss Bow.
Well, that's that. She also gives very snappy answers.
I've never met your father, dear girl. He's a policeman, you say. How delightful.
Haha, she thinks you're lame, Laura.
That's sort of halfway. That's a
He
realistic
seems a
response.
perfectly dreadful little fellow. Let's not discuss him.
Mm.
Oh, this is your soulmate.
You ask yourself,
Yeah, gotta love pixel hunting so that I don't talk to myself.
My, she is unusual, isn't she, dear girl? I can't stand that horrid ferret of hers. I'm sure it
A
hates me.
ferret?
Yep. Been close has a ferret for no reason.
Does she, keep it around her neck like a cartoon?
I don't remember seeing it, actually.
I'm
They
not
just talk about it.
interested in discussing that
I could be
little
wrong.
They are kind of smelly creatures.
Yep. Cute.
Oh, Mr. Heimlich is simply dreadful. I think his tiny taste of authority has gone to his little head.
It was such a nice treat talking to Ramses because everybody else hates everybody else.
you ask
The
yourself,
most. Well, Carrington was okay, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ramses actually seems like the classiest person of the bunch.
Yeah.
Despite Pippin Carter
questions,
Yeah.
trying
And
desperately.
I like how you have to move yourself.
I was trying so hard, but then she just goes right back in front.
No. This is the most efficient way to talk.
What a lovely boy. He has such charming manners, and he's so handsome,
Stay away from him!
So the first murder in this game is actually committed by Laura Bow.
Laura Bow in a jealous rage.
Why, that's me, silly child. Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carlton.
I like how we're like talking to the back of her.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's fine.
We're just like
I'm
We're, like,
afraid I
standing
haven't
over
read
her
your
shoulder.
newspaper, dear girl. I
Just-
try to avoid
what do
the
you
news.
think about New York?
We live in such terrible times.
Oh my gosh, Laura, you're so creepy. So, from playing the
Well,
first
they
game,
have a
this is
job
not
to do, I
the
suppose.
characterization I
However,
really would have thought of given to Laura.
Yeah.
But I guess that's only because she was so silent and so passive in that game.
She really didn't have
Oh,
any sort of
heavens, my
character
dear.
in the
Mhm.
first
Laundry
game.
is done by
So
my
to see
maid.
that she's actually like a very, get her done type of person just
You
didn't
ask
really
yourself-
fit with my image of her from the first game.
Yeah.
For me, she was just someone who kind of let things happen to her.
Yeah, she's not very proactive
Oh,
in the
yeah.
first game.
Oh, everyone's dead. I should just walk around for a bit.
Then again, I mean, it's not like she's that proactive in this one either. We're just kind of talking to people for the longest time.
What are you talking
I think
about? We
the
totally,
linebacker is
like,
simply
dug around in
divine,
some
don't you?
garbage.
Oh, that's
We
true.
did that. We got a baseball from a small child.
New York is simply charming, Miss Bow. It has so much culture for an American city.
Tell me more about your boring life.
Miss Bow, you must be sure to avoid such dens of iniquity. They can only ruin a young lady's reputation.
Which is funny, because we got, totally talked to the flapper about you, and apparently you can't get enough.
That's
Countess,
true.
has 1926 been a good year for you?
Oh, no, dear girl. It's been absolutely horrid.
Oh.
My darling husband Sterling died this year, you know. I don't know what I'll do without him.
I'm terribly sorry to hear that, Countess.
I guess it's kind of weird prying
Aren't
into
you the
people's
sweet
personal
little
lives
thing?
like this.
Thank you, my
That's
dear.
not in character for Laura. She loves doing that.
I should just go back to listening in on people without them knowing I'm there.
Oh,
What
it's
do
funny
make
you
of
say
the
that.
theft
Oh,
of
my
the Dagger
God.
of Amon Raw, Countess?
Oh, it's horrid. Simply horrid. What sort of creature would make off with a priceless work of art, I wonder?
I've
Do
never
you
heard of
have
theft
any ideas
before.
about who it might have been?
Why does Lavinia Waldorf sound like Laura Bow?
I can't do any other voice. I can only do one at a time. It's too hard to switch between them.
Do you know much about Egyptology,
Oh,
Countess?
Only a little, dear girl. I find it quite diverting.
And yet, I'm afraid to not ask things because I might miss out on a tiny piece of information.
Yeah, or like, maybe somebody says something actually funny.
Yeah.
Well, see you later, sucker.
You're boring as pig shit.
She'll never notice that I pickpocketed her while I stood behind her. I just like watching Laura walk.
Yeah, I know. She clearly does not know how to walk in heels.
Well, it
Clomp,
is-
clomp, clomp,
I
clomp.
feel like she is putting so much effort in, but she's not actually going that far with each step.
Well, her feet stick when she walks.
Yeah.
Have you noticed? She just kind of shuffles. Pick up your feet, Laura!
No, it's hard, okay? Some of us just have short legs.
Speaking of difficult, I had a little bit of trouble getting to the next screen
You
there.
see a rotund, ruddy-complexioned man in a fez. Despite his bulk, he
Yeah,
moves
we
with
saw this guy
dignity
in
and
the
grace.
intro.
Yeah, this
Yelling with Carter.
is... Yeah.
A severe, conservative, middle-aged woman with an intelligent look in her eye.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. So,
You see a tall Irish gentleman with red hair who acts like a cop.
who we have here is the doctor we met
It's
in
a
the
happy
beginning.
partygoer.
Dr.
It's a happy.
Oh my goodness,
it's a
Hatshepsut,
happy.
and I forgot
it's
his
a-
last name.
buffet
Miklos is in the center there,
Mhm.
and we've got Detective Ryan O'Reilly on the left.
Oh, it's nice to see you could join the party.
Yeah. Oh, Smith. Hatshepsut Smith,
Oh. Tee-hee.
right? It's funny, because his first name's Hatshepsut, but Smith isn't an Egyptian name at all.
Oh.
You must be Dr. Ptah Sheptut Smith. Nice
Did-
gold ankh
I
you're
guess his
wearing.
first name is
This is
Ptah.
quite a
Did
party,
we
isn't
learn
it?
his name at...
I find it
Any-
distasteful
Oh, Laura's
to
just
celebrate
psychic.
thievery in the name of science.
It looks like he has poop on his hat. That is not good sprite shading there, guys.
Well, and
That's only your
he's sort of
opinion.
more cartoonish than
It is
some of
the
the other
truth.
characters too, like
And
his
the
lower
thieves
jaw.
who robbed
Yeah.
Egypt of its ancient treasures
Got
will
jowls.
find death waiting for them. Amon-Ra will have his revenge.
I see. Well,
Laura's not
Nice weather we have.
really.
Oh, you dick, Laura. You're annoying people with your shitty questions, and here you are, you're like, oh, whatever.
Well, I mean, the other thing is she's supposed to be finding out this shit. A
Dare
better
you to
reporter
do
would be
me?
like, revenge, huh? Tell me more,
King
please.
Robert
Yeah,
stole the
so
Dagger of
being
Amon-Ra
so
from Egypt.
flippant.
He will
Yeah.
know the full force of the curse of the pharaohs.
the curse of the pharaohs. What's that?
The defilers of the great Egyptian tombs and temples will all die as a result of their crimes. The gods
Common
themselves
trope
will
around this
punish
time.
them.
That's what
great
the whole
Amon-Ra
mummy
will
Yeah.
snoop
was
out
based
deep
around.
and cut his
Death
life
comes on
as
wings to
easily as
those
I
who
can
enter the
crush a
pharaoh's
dung beetle
tomb.
under my shoe.
Yes.
How will this happen?
Amon-Ra works in mysterious ways. You will have to wait and see.
That is a threat. There's a police officer standing like 5 feet from you, sir.
The police officer probably did the same thing Laura did, and he's just
I
like,
had
yeah,
hoped that
whatever.
Dr. Carrington would listen to reason. I had made another appointment to speak with him about the return of the Dagger of Amon-Ra to its rightful home. But this seems futile since it is no longer in the museum.
Another appointment? You spoke to Dr. Carrington once already?
Only
Yeah,
by
that guy's a
phone.
total dick.
He denied Egypt's claim to the dagger. It was hoped that a personal visit would convince him of our sincerity. But the situation has changed since then.
They were hoping he wouldn't be a dick, but he
Yeah.
was.
It's weird. People tend to continue being dicks.
Yeah.
I believe
Especially Pippin Carter, who's king of the dicks.
Perhaps, if he
Pharaoh
stopped
of the
drinking,
dicks.
he might have a chance at finding it.
Keep. Alright.
I still have some trouble with your language. I
Uh,
do not know this crowd fella. It is some sort of local delicacy.
Well,
gets funnier each time.
he said he had trouble with the language, yet he pronounced it way better than either of us did when we first started
I
this
do not
game.
understand
You
this
try
language.
part to the bro?
I,
Perhaps it is because I learned
Try
English in Egypt.
I also can't pronounce any of the other regular names.
Like Ziggy?
The
Carlton?
English longbow
Carlton?
was
Carlton?
informative.
me a
Waldorf
while.
The
Carlton.
English
Actually,
men
Carlton. No,
attention
I had
to
trouble. Did you hear that?
wonderful arms because they were
Waldorf
equipped with longbows.
Carlton.
I said John Bow, not Longbow.
Oh.
I've never heard of a John bow. It must have been an American invention.
I want a long john now. Like the donut, not the long underwear.
Oh, you
Never heard of it.
more Canadian humor?
I
Eh.
don't actually know.
Dr. Miklos is very well educated for
You're
a
only
woman.
saying that because she's
I
literally
would like
right
her
next to
more
you.
If she were an Egyptian.
It'd be great if, like, she, like, looked over at that point and she was just like, you dick. I do kind of wish that maybe we could have more than one character we're talking to.
A
at a
delightful
time.
girl.
Just speed up the
I keep
process.
asking
Well,
her
I don't
if
know.
she'd
I
like
sort of
to
wonder
be
if it'd
my
be
second
interesting if we could see
She
these
is so
characters
very
talk amongst each other.
and seductive and
With
charming.
Laura Bow there,
and
that kind of might
attractive.
help
Oh
indicate.
yeah, that might be pretty good.
Oh,
Okay.
Maybe someone's being a
I
little
give that
impatient with the
a-
game.
Well, but can
Oh.
you blame
Try
me?
to be more like
Well,
yourself.
no.
Men would like you more that way.
I will
Men
say
like
that
me just
later in the
fine
game,
the
at least
way
the parts that
I
I've
am.
played, it kicks up a bit, and I've actually been having quite a bit of fun.
Ooh.
I find you
Um,
quite...
But this information gathering, I mean, it's a nice setup for kind of what happens.
Yeah.
You know,
I guess, and the thing that's hard to remember during all this
Heinrich is
too
that
is
annoying
that
guard
this
who
is
works here.
presumably all
His
optional
fanatical
stuff.
devotion to
Yeah.
his occupation is admirable.
I'm just trying to
but
give
he
the
seems
full
lacking in his
experience.
mental capacities.
I'm seriously wondering why he has poop on his hat, though.
What are those two dudes doing in the background, once we ask this? Like,
They don't
They're like-
know how to drink alcohol.
in the midst of doing shots, but they, like, froze?
No, if we keep doing this, we'll look cool.
It'd be kind of nice if they had some animation.
Yeah.
Which left his mark on the face of
It's
Egypt
definitely,
for thousands of
besides the
years.
dude talking,
I
it's a pretty
admire his
static
great
scene
work.
there.
I
Yeah.
hope to emulate his feat someday.
Actually, I was referring to Ramses Nagia.
We
Nigeria.
did that joke already.
Never heard of it.
Are
It's the
you
exact
sure
same
you
joke.
don't know him?
No.
You're both Egyptian,
I
so
mean, yes.
you should presumably
English is
know
such
each
a
other.
difficult language.
How big is Egypt anyways? It's only like 300 people there, right?
Is it bigger than New Orleans? I don't think that's possible.
Do you know Steve Dorian? He works at the docks.
Trying to get more information
I don't
about his
associate
general
with
likes
common
and
dock workers,
dislikes,
madam.
where he lives, and if he likes strangers coming over to visit in the middle of the night.
Most importantly, does he like Egyptology?
I have only met her briefly, but she seems to have a sincere concern about my problems. A charming woman.
So he's cool with her. Ziggy was pants pissingly terrified.
Yeah, that's one of the few nice things we've heard about the
Never heard
Countess.
of
Yeah. Most people don't like her very much.
Yeah, but why?
So far,
I have my
find the
suspicions, but I
police
ain't
in your
gonna tell
country to
you.
be very ineffective. The Egyptian authorities would have captured the dagger thief by now, and they probably would have cut his hands off.
Cut his hands off?
It is the proper punishment for thieves. Tradition
Different
demands
cultures
it.
sure are
We find it
different.
very effective in our country.
Lorbo never considered this.
I have not been in this
I-
country long enough to discuss
Does
the
low
merits
fats,
of your
does
laundry
it gain
establishment.
any importance as the story goes? Have you seen so far?
Not yet, no. So far, as far as I've played, it's literally just been the place where you get the dress.
Doria 1 week ago.
I'm hoping it's
If
not
I
a
had
filler
known about the
area,
carriage
but I have
on
a
board
feeling
that
it might
ship,
be a filler
I-
area.
I do
spoken
sort
to
of
him at
wonder
length
if
on the
we're
board.
gonna revisit them, or just because I mean we have the options to ask people about some of these people and locations, and I'm just sort of curious whether or not they're important to the plot at all, or whether it's more just trying to maybe misdirect
This
you
could
so
be a
that
fine
it's a little
museum.
harder
If
to
the
figure out
management
who's
would
involved and
return
who
its stolen
isn't.
Egyptian artifacts
From
to
what
their
I know of
proper
how the
home.
game progresses at the end, yeah, that's a lot of information is just there to mislead you.
Since you're new here, what do you think of New York? Isn't it exciting?
No, it's a piss hole.
It reminds me of Cairo, except that it's colder here, and the people are obnoxious.
You think I was exaggerating,
Take
but no.
that, New
It is
York.
better to
That's pretty much everybody's response to that. Laura loves
My
New York,
English
though.
is not
Laura
good
loves New
enough to
York
speak
more than
easy.
anything.
Yeah.
But I think it's improving.
Except for Steve Dorian.
I mean, she's been in New York for all of like 5 hours.
That's
and
how magical New York is.
Would you say
Well,
this has
I
been
can
a good
forgive
year
the
for
double
you, sir?
mugging because look how tall the buildings
The
are.
great treasures of my country's past are leaving Egypt in a flood greater than the Nile.
As I understand
Laura's
it,
gumption is far
artifacts only
stronger than
leave
her
your
brain
country
power.
With the approval of the Egyptian Antiquities Service.
Bah, the Antiquities Service is a tool of the British. If they want to
Fair
steal
point.
something, they
Yeah.
steal it, just like the ancient tomb robbers.
I
But
wanna-
they
I don't
will pay,
disagree
just
with
the
either
tomb robbers
Ramses
paid
or
whenever they were caught.
Tepshut
That almost
Mhm.
sounds like a
Smith.
threat.
on
I, Patash Uptat Smith, do not
this
threaten.
point.
I
Yeah.
merely carry out the will
Well,
of
and
the
that's
great
why I'm sort of
Amon-Ra.
interested to see how this goes. I kind of hope that they give it some attention and they don't vilify it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it is like an, as you said, like a good point.
Have you
Yeah.
heard anything about the burglary?
No?
Do you have any idea who would want to steal the Dagger of Amon?
It has already been stolen once
Ooh.
from Egypt.
Oh.
I can see I won't get anywhere with you on this topic.
Well, somebody's still bitter.
We won. Get over it.
Since you're an expert on the subject, What can you tell me about Egyptology?
Laura,
The
this
study
is
of
the
ancient
dumbest
Egyptian
question.
history is of the greatest significance.
Read a book.
Many of our modern religious customs originated in the ancient world.
I know that she's just
The time
asking
of
the
the great
question
pharaohs
as
and
a
of the great Egyptian
basically a
gods
stand-in
was the
to
peak of
educate the
human
player who
Yeah.
might not know much about it, but
Our
it's
modern
still like it's an
society
obnoxious
is a mere
question.
shadow of its
Yeah.
former glory.
And I mean,
When
it's
compared to the
something that's
pinnacle
just
of
like
human
it's trying to
development reached by the
encapsulate
ancient Egyptians.
like
They knew the
thousands of
truth,
years of history
truth was
into
Amon-Ra.
1
He
minute
led Egypt to
of
world
dialogue
domination.
from each character.
Aren't you exaggerating just a teensy bit?
I would not expect you to understand. You are
Don't
not an
ask
Egyptian,
things and then berate the
are
answer,
Yeah.
Laura. That is the height of rude.
What's that supposed to mean?
I grow tired of this topic. Speak of something
You
else. if
got
you
the
wish to continue our
smackdown and you
conversation.
deserved it.
Yeah,
That is it for part 5.
we're leaving off on a high note.
Yeah.
Laura getting put in her place.
Oh yeah. We will be back with part 6, and we will get to meet Olympia and talk a little more to our friend Ryan O'Reilly.
Alrighty,
We'll see you then.
see you then. We begin this episode by talking to Ramses Najir. We learn that he doesn't think highly of Pippin Carter, and he's against Pippin taking ancient Egyptian antiquities from Egypt and the general displaying of these items in the Leyendecker Museum. He also reveals that, like Yvette, he is somewhat afraid of the Countess. We also talk to the museum head, Archibald Carrington. He seems very apprehensive about admitting any connection to Yvette Delacroix, despite her being his assistant. Carrington's opinion about Ramses is that there's something seething below the surface. We meet the Countess. She at first tries to distance herself from Archibald Carrington, resulting in Laura calling her out, as we had previously been told by Steve that the Countess was the one to pick up Carrington at the docks earlier in the game. She also reveals that Dr. Olympia Miklos has a ferret, and the Countess does not seem to like Yvette at all. We talk to Dr. Patasheptut Smith. We previously saw Dr. Smith talking to Pippin Carter on the docks in the very first part of the game. He tells Laura the same sentiment he told Carter then, that he doesn't approve of the Egyptian antiquities being taken from Egypt. Dr. Smith tells Laura that Pippin will know the full force of the pharaohs for robbing the Egyptian tombs. Dr. Smith also reveals that prior to the dagger being stolen, he had been attempting to convince Archibald Carrington to return the Dagger of Amon-Ra to Egypt, and he specifically mentions that their first meeting took place over the phone.